What up, internet? Farah Hashim checking in from Flick Refinery, and today let's talk about lighting. Let's talk about the only thing you really need to worry about when it comes to buying your first light to use for photography use. I had a friend recently reach out to me and ask, yo, Farah, what do you think about ring lights? You know, I told them they're cool. They really have like a specific purpose. I see a lot of times they're used like for makeup shoots. It gives that nice ring in the eye, and it's a very front-facing, direct, bright light. You know, I made my suggestion of what light they should get, and they said, but yeah, all these YouTubers are using the ring lights and such and such and such. I'm like, okay. Go ahead. Get your ring light. It's cool, dude. It's cool. But if people want to learn from me and learn from my mistakes, the thing that I would 1000% recommend, if you don't already have a light, is purchasing what's called an LED Bowens mount light. So basically, you can search that term, LED Bowens mount, at Amazon. Doesn't really even matter which one you get, because a lot of them are good these days, especially if we're just starting out. But let me show you why that's important. This is a piece of junk in terms of build quality, in terms of the fact that it's taped on the bottom. But the reason I bought this one was because it has a battery and I can take it outside. I say all that to say the only thing you should be concerned about when purchasing your first light is that LED on the front. So what are you looking at? You're looking at one single source LED. But the most important piece of that LED is the fact that it has a Bowens. I'm not flipping you off. It has a Bowens mount around it. Farah, what the hell is a Bowens mount? Yo, I'm glad you asked. The Bowens mount is what you attach your different modifiers to either soften or harden or cut the light. What's most important about buying your first light is versatility. So I can take something like this and attach a big, massive softbox to the front of it, and now I have big, beautiful light for beauty work. Or I can put some kind of a reflector on the front of it, and I can hone in on that thing, and I can shape light to just even like a diameter of just a few inches. So basically what I'm offering you when I make this suggestion is the versatility. I use mostly continuous light when I shoot indoors, and since we in quarantine, we always indoors. But when I'm indoors, I use continuous light. Why? Well, as you're shooting and the light is constantly shining, I can see exactly how this light is hitting my model's face. I can ask the model to make small adjustments because I'm mostly looking at how the face is being lit when I'm capturing the image. All the extra stuff, the background and how it's hitting everything else, I can fine tune that in Photoshop, but there's no good retouch without good lighting on the face. So we use our continuous lights in the house, and we also utilize these lights for the fact that we can now record video with them. Remember, it doesn't really matter which one you get. Just get an LED Bowens mount light. This is a good start. For my people saying, yeah, but I can't take it outside. Well, this one you can't take outside. It's a piece of junk. Don't really recommend it. If you're just getting going, I want people to get used to shooting their own portraits or shooting someone else's portraits in a confined environment so you can see your light. You can see exactly what's going on. You're going to learn so much faster than the way I did, which was, I don't know if I'll call it dumb, but it was definitely stressful. I bought a big flash. Let me see if I grab that boy. Hold up. All right, I'm back. So this was actually the first investment I made with my lighting. Personally, I knew that lighting was going to set me apart a lot quicker than a fancy camera body would, or, you know, a bunch of other things. The way people were lighting shots, I knew that I could stand out. So I went out and I bought one of these bad boys. Now, this is a flash. This is a studio strobe light. What's that mean, Farad? That means that every time I hit the camera to take a picture, this thing fires off one big blast of light. So you've seen it in different studio work. You've seen it before, right? The reason I don't really recommend getting this as a beginner is I'm out there, I'm outside sweating, taking shots. I can't see exactly how the light is hitting the face. Even if I'm inside taking shots, I have to constantly review and tweak how the light is hitting the face. If it's hitting that wall behind the model, if it's hitting the top of their head, you don't see it until after that shot is taken. But since y'all are going to listen, and you're going to buy your continuous light, you're going to see exactly what's going on in real time. Now, let's talk about Bowens mount. Since I went and I bought this thing, right, this big flash, it had the Bowens mount. So all of the investments I made, I spent a bunch of money on different adapters or different things that have the Bowens mount adapter. So I got a bunch of different little things laying around the house that can fit this. But now you're smarter, right? You're going to go out and get this, and you're going to attach the same adapters to the top of this and be able to shape your light whichever way you want. This is versatility, remember. So look at this. This thing is now a beast for beauty photography. This thing is now a beast with whatever you want to do. Now it's got a reflector on the top of it. It's a different light source. Now I got a spotlight, and I can hone in, make that spotlight as big or as small as I want it. I can add color filters to the front. So I guess you can see now the versatility in buying your LED Bowens mount light. So definitely make sure you check in with me again. We're going to go deeper into this whole lighting process. Really what you should start to see, and what I hope to show you, is the lighting, the actual action of taking the pictures, and then that post process of retouching. They all go hand in hand. It's not a one-stop shop for any part of this, but as we continue to learn, as I keep putting out this content, you're going to see how each piece affects the other. So I got really good at lighting once I got really good at retouching. So again, don't stress it. Just make sure you go out and you get you an LED light that has a Bowens mount. Don't spend a whole bunch of money either, because it doesn't make sense. I've seen good lights for as low as $80. I wouldn't really spend too much more than probably like $200-300 for my first light. What you're going to find out is between that light and that camera and that retouch, you're able to do a whole lot with not a lot of investment up front. So I'll check you out next time. Make sure that you tune in. Make sure you hit them notification bells for me so that you know when I post. I want to make sure you're seeing this content. We already talked about how the algorithms, we're not going to get into that today because we're having a good day. But check in with me next time. Peace.